Midnight love affair, and it's 22 past 6 at the time. Carol Douglas, that was. Train times. The Southern Aurora is coming in at 9 on time. They're all on time. Spirit of Progress, the big ones, I mean. The Spirit of Progress is on time due at 9:55. The Vinelander's on time due at 7:50. The Overland is 20 minutes late. Oh, recalcitrant Overlander. What happened? Did you get stuck at Bordertown? That's the place not to get stuck at, I can assure you. It's 20 minutes late, due at 9:20. Nearly was 20 minutes late, the Overland. I think the driver has a girlfriend somewhere between here and Bordertown, actually. He probably slows down and gives her a whistle. Suburban trains are on time except for the Williamstown line, which is running up to 8 minutes late due to track work. That's the stuff on it, of course, the rolling stock, not the track itself, running 10 minutes late, 8 minutes late. Yes, running 8 minutes late due to track work. They wouldn't be doing track work at this time of the morning in the pouring rain, would they? I mean, the fellow wouldn't be on with the flag yet, would he? The two fellows who always stand there, they use for the same jobs in all suburbs. Have you noticed they're the same men? I don't know how they do it. They get from one place to the other in a split second. But there's the same fellow there with a flag on all jobs, on all lines. Looks exactly the same kind of hat, jacket, everything. It's 23 past 6. It's rather like the fellow who rides home in the W10. Have you seen the I think it's the W10. The track maintenance wagon. When I come in the morning. Well, there's a fellow in the back of it, which would be the front if it was going the other way. And he has a bucket and a flag, and he has his hat pulled down over his face, and he's having a snooze. And it's the same chap every morning. It's 23 and a half past 6 the time.
You won't find another fool like me, babe. No, you won't. Would sit around all night and wait for you, and close their eyes to oh so many lies. No one else could love you like I do. I want to tell you, you won't
It's at 27 minutes past 6 the time, and you won't find another fool like me. It's what I meant to put on when Mr. Duckman was telling you all the other day how wonderful I was. Incidentally, he was sitting with crossed legs. You didn't notice that, did you? And he had his fingers crossed, and he had his eyes crossed, and when he was telling everyone about the extraordinary Evans man, I think he was praying that he wouldn't be struck down and punished for thinking differently. But no, he was... what was I talking about? Oh, yes. When he said how, getting up at 4 a.m. and all that sort of thing, he wouldn't admit that I was brilliant, of course. He just said, he's very good at getting up at 4 a.m. That's about as far as he would go. I felt like playing You Won't Find Another Fool Like Me, but I couldn't find the record at the time. It's 28 past 6 the time. He didn't mention more money, incidentally, did he, after all that? No. Yes. Did you hear about the San Quentin prisoners? 3 inmates from the prison in San Francisco Bay, when it was a prison, of course. That was Sing Sing, wasn't it? Wasn't it the one they called Sing Sing, San Quentin? Well, the island, the Alcatraz. Is that the same thing? Alcatraz is in San Francisco Bay, isn't it? Was that really San Quentin or Alcatraz or what? I'm getting all mixed up now. Anyway, they lost 3 inmates from the prison quite some time before it closed down, the island, I mean. They built a 14-foot kayak, these prisoners, and they called it Rub-a-Dub-Dub, and they paddled slowly off into the sunset, and they're still missing. So nobody really knows whether they escaped or not. It's 28 and a half past 6 the time, and that burglar alarm has gone off again. Can you hear it? Isn't there a law against that sort of thing? They're supposed to be able to switch them off, aren't they? Must drive the neighbours crazy. Incidentally, there was a disaster recently at O'Hare Airport in Chicago, which you may have read about. I wouldn't have thought this, but it's the world's busiest airport. I always thought Rome would be one of the busiest. Rome is a very, very busy airport. The world's busiest airport, I'm assured, is O'Hare, Chicago. Planes land or take off at a rate of 1 every 45 seconds. Some of those American airports, it's rather hair-raising when you're sitting in a plane, because I've done this. I've taken off at Tacoma, that's the Seattle airport. I've taken off there with another plane taking off in parallel, and very, very close, almost wingtip to wingtip, and I thought to myself, God, strike a light, But that's the way they have to do it over there, otherwise they'd never get anything off the ground. It's 6:30 the time. Motorists keep spotting a UFO on Baltimore highways at night, but it's only local bartender Charlie Chisholm taking Big Daddy Rat for a spin. Chisholm plasters his motorbike with 1,450 lights. They all work, incidentally. 3,500 rhinestones, and he did this to get into the Guinness Book of Records. And when he travels along the highway, Big Daddy Rat shines and glitters and glistens and twinkles all over. Oh, dear. I think he's as mad as a snake. Still, he's in the Guinness Book of Records, and that was his aim. It's 29 and a half to 7, and that damn thing's still going. I wonder where it belongs to. It's probably a government building. Private enterprise would have been shut up long ago.